Welcome back for another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If it isn't obvious by now, I love throwing a Wacky rig Senko. It's always on the deck of my boat. I find myself going to it over and over. I have a little tweak that I got made fun of by Matt Stefan when he went fishing with me, but when I outfished him at the end of the day, he wasn't making quite so much fun of me. I'm going to share it with you today on today's episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher. Like I said, I went fishing with Matt Stefan a while back. We were on my little lake up in Wisconsin. We were doing an episode related to our school making baits for core tackle. But I was throwing a little Wacky rig Senko, and all of a sudden, he made a little snarky comment about what I was doing to my Wacky rig Senko. And he kind of made that comment like, what are you doing here? But at the end of the day, when I had caught more fish than he did, he didn't think it was such a crazy idea. So we're going to share that with you today. I've got my Wacky rig Senko on a core tackle Wacky shot, the little light 1/28 ounce bait, and you can see that this is just a normal Wacky rig Senko. But what I have a tendency to do, before I get to this, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. Hit that notification button. It's Friday. We want to make sure that you get to be a subscriber of Mark Fisher Outdoors, and that way you'll be ready to get more content every Monday through Friday. All right, so here's what I do. So I got my Wacky rig Senko. I know a lot of guys will do this. They will take their spike it. This isn't anything new. I know this is, and they will take that tail and they will dip it in so that they get a little chartreuse looking right on the tail. What I do is I actually turn it around and get that same chartreuse on the head. So now I've got chartreuse both on the tail and on the head. When that Wacky rig Senko falls and those two ends have that chartreuse on them, which are just a little bit brighter, and those are the parts that are fluttering down as it's going down, I believe that attracts more attention than if there's just chartreuse. You don't want it just on one end. You want it on both so that they're fluttering like that. Guys, I'm telling you, I have no idea what this is imitating. I have no idea why it works. I can tell you that it works. And it might be due to certain watercolors versus others. I've yet to see a situation where it doesn't get bit as well as a plain Senko. I find that it gets me more bites than just a plain Senko without any chartreuse dye on it. So I know it seems a little weird dyeing both the front and the back, but this is something that I do all the time. So I'd love to hear your comments about it. Maybe this isn't such a secret. Maybe a lot of guys do it. But I tell you what, when Matt looked at me and goes, "What are you doing dyeing both ends of them? That doesn't make any sense at all," he was a little weirded out by it, but by the end of the day, he didn't think it was such a bad idea after all, because like I said, I caught more fish than he did on that little fishing trip. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps. Try it out, see what happens for you guys, and we'd love to hear your comments about it. We will be back again on Monday for another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.